Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn June 20th, 2022. With the moon in your work and health sector all day, you're emotionally wired to take care of business or fix problems. Your motivation for a home or work project can soar today, and it feels more achievable than ever. This is also a good time to expand your horizons or open your heart to new ideas. Guiding and sharing ideas can figure strongly and positively. Someone may be opening up to your unique outlook or helping boost your self-image. You're likely to enjoy openness in your connections. It can be an ideal time to consult with someone special or brainstorm and come up with inspiring ideas. Today has all the ingredients of a high romance movie. There is passion, adventure, and the chance to go to places you have never been before, even if only in your imagination. You pose the only obstacle as you battle the instability of your local environment. If all of this seems daunting, then stay in and watch it on TV, instead of experiencing the dizzying extremes of life firsthand. Get into your workflow. You may enjoy working independently and in your way when the moon enters Aquarius today. Luna is ready to take the road less traveled in your work environment, allowing you to create a schedule that fits your needs, even if it's an unlikely or atypical schedule. You may even use this lunation to experiment with your obligations throughout your workday. Trying new, unconventional ways to tackle the same tasks can be a fantastic way to switch up your usual routine. Use your innovation and do your work your way during the lunation. You might have fun spending time with children or animals. You'll be drawn to creatures that are younger and dependent. If you enjoy kids, you could get together with your niece or nephew. Or if you are an animal person, you might have fun going for a long hike with your dog. Or you could spend some time playing games with your cats. You'll have fun connecting with creatures that are more simple and playful than adults. Whether a pleasant family get-together is on the cards or a celebration with friends, today is perfect for socializing. Just as you enjoy the company of others, they like being with you too. Friends and family know exactly how much you mean to them and value your company. Be yourself today, because they accept you just as you are, loving you and trusting in you. The day is full of potential, but that doesn't have any value if you don't work at it. Do whatever you can to make the most of what you have. If it all works out, you're golden. Looking for the right person for a long time, you may not have found the ideal partner yet, but the likelihood of meeting them is promising and too good for you to miss. Give yourself a push and summon all your seductive sex appeal. Be prepared for the next opportunity you get to win over that special someone. Strong celestial energy could make you emotional today. You might have a short temper, or you could feel a little melancholy about the past. Try to shake these feelings off if you can. There's nothing wrong with your life. You might just be feeling a little tired or lethargic. Stir things up with some vigorous exercise at the gym. Or take a brisk walk at lunch to clear your head. Celebrate the strong and balanced relationships in your life today. A vibration can make you so much more aware of the people you share a mutually beneficial relationship with. Perhaps an intimate get-together or socializing with a small group, if possible, will give you the opportunity to express your appreciation. If this isn't a possibility, consider sending out a note of caring and thanks to those you are thinking of today. This will bring as much satisfaction to you as it does for the recipient. With Mercury in his first and the Sun his last weekend in your career sector and the Moon wrapping up an empowering few days on the job and career fronts, you might need to keep your work and professional hats on. However, this is being balanced by not only having Venus in her last weekend in an adventurous part of your chart but her refusal to accept old excuses. Fortunately, this is more a window into what is developing professionally, with no reason why you can't also embrace the weekend spirit. Thanks to the Moon's recent visit to your romantic sector and its friendly aspect to Venus as it moved through, as she spends her last weekend in an adventurous part of your chart, the spirit of romance and adventure has already been given a boost. Venus is also encouraging you to focus on the journey as the moon returns for its monthly visit to your relationship sector, and with it a chance to become more emotionally engaged. Our eyes in the sky. The airy Aquarius moon is your offbeat emotional guide for the day, urging you to forget about what other people think about you and just be your true, authentic self. This is easier said than done, but you really should have an easier go of it with this authentic, unique, and yes, tad bit rebellious lunar energy backing you up. Some great things to do now are making new friendships with interesting people you wouldn't normally include in your friend group, and breaking free from stale, old life routines that no longer meet your needs. Later in the day, a Moon-Mars sextile helps you attract playmates, possibly, but not necessarily, in the sexual sense, who match your strong independent spirit and desire to experiment and think outside the box. You can form a strong partnership with this person, but having fun in the moment doesn't mean it will last forever. The desire for intimacy is strong, but satisfaction isn't always guaranteed. Don't worry about relationships ending or falling apart. As long as you make the effort to get along with others, you can easily remedy any tense situations. Mercury is still in its retrograde shadow, which means that you'll have time to make amends and clear up any misunderstandings. Knowing this removes the pressure that you could be feeling. If you're aware of how to act, then you can certainly temper yourself to act in a more appropriate manner in your relationships. Before noon, the Aquarius moon trines the Gemini sun. Under this easygoing aspect, we attract the proper alliances, moving through the day feeling calm and confident. Stressors roll off our backs, and conflict fails to provoke us. We also remain relaxed and open-minded in our engagements. With both luminaries currently in social air signs, we are particularly oriented to sharing what is on our minds. However, we are not especially self-centered, which makes us receptive to different points of view. Following this aspect's perfection, the moon begins its void of course, lasting until the late afternoon. At this time, we should avoid starting new projects, thinking of ourselves in the information gathering stage instead. Mid-afternoon, Venus in Taurus squares off with Saturn in Aquarius, provoking relational tension. This transit can create difficulties in our intimate affairs, but it can also be a productive influence if used correctly. Primarily, this square enlightens us about the fact that something is not working as smoothly as it could be within our unions. Latent factors are prompting feelings of distance, detachment, or irritation within our partnerships. This is normal. When people with individual baggage seek to align their needs, some adjustment is required. Especially once we get past the honeymoon phase, we can neglect to put in the work to meet someone where they are. Instead, we wind up meeting them where they were, even though we are in the present. Try to have patience with loved ones now. Putting in some extra effort could be all that is required to get back on track.